Welcome to Swing Trading and Coffee. Mellow vibes and great swing trading. No moon boy hype here, no fluff, just pure technical analysis of the markets, and a review of both my winning and losing trades. This is not financial advice, just an educational video on swing trading. Let's get right into it. We did continue to drop from yesterday, and we did get a little bit of a wick at 66.37 here, possible micro support in this area. And I did open a put on the triple Qs yesterday just for as a hedge, because I got quite a few positions open at the moment. And it did wake up, so it seems that we do have some support here. We're gonna hold on to it for another day or two and then decide on it. Now, Opendoor, I've been watching this for a couple days now. A lot of people were asking me if they should get in when we were around 10.57. And, I said personally, for me, what I am doing is I am waiting it out unless we get a breakout above 10.57. We get a breakout here, it's straight up to 13.50. And I'll show you how I got that level in just a moment. However, I decided to be patient. We never closed above the line, and then here at 10.57, and then came back down. And what you're seeing here is a 13, 21, and 50 EMA. All right. And then if you look down here, we have a trend line going upwards. So when we were up here, I figured it is possible that we get a pullback down here to the EMAs and to the trend line. Also, here we have a gap that needs to be filled. Gaps usually fill about 75% of the time. This acts like a black hole. It sucks down the price action towards it, whether it's up or down, and then spits it back out, pushing it in the opposite way. Usually that's what happens. Now, I did pick up some of this today as soon as we started to break this 13 EMA. So tomorrow, if I get a confirmation candle up here, then I can add into it and target that 13.50. All right. So far, looking good. I will keep you updated on how this trade plays out. Next one, also a pretty hot stock. Lots of people talking about this. Lululemon. I mentioned this in a video about a couple days ago. I think maybe Friday. As we reversed up here above this point of control, this high volume area, and then we wicked above it. This was my chance to go long on this, and I decided to play this with options, and so far as of today, it's up about 75%, something that's like 2 months out, and we still got a long way to go. We could technically fill the gap here, and then, but please note, we do have resistance here at 185. So if we clear this, we go up and test what might be a more strong overhead resistance is the 50 EMA and this previous support level turn resistance. So the way I'm playing it is I've already added into this. So, as we get closer to this resistance level, I'm going to take some off. And then as we get closer to this level, I'm going to be mostly out. Maybe leave a very small piece if I'm seeing a lot of good power and momentum to the upside, leaving that last piece up to here. Now, for both of these trades, you got to ask yourself, where am I wrong? And I kind of forgot to mention that on open, so let me flip back to it. Where am I wrong here is if we break this trend line. If we go below here, the trade is off. So we got just a little bit. I could even put the stop somewhere around here, risking 18% for like 80%, which is great, more than 2 to 1. For Lulu, where am I wrong? Down here at 158. This is, it shouldn't break this line here because it's already established support, but there's always a possibility that it dips down and comes back up. I don't expect that to happen because this stock has been beaten down so freaking hard. And if you want to see how I got these levels up here, you just got to go back all the way to January of 2020. Let me zoom in on that for you so you can see it. This blue dotted line here is where we are after the close. So we have this support, and then we have this area here where it gapped above it usually is a overhead resistance. Also, this red line up here, once you get through that, it was straight up. Look at that crazy move to $400. I'm not saying it's going to happen that way again, but judging on how much we've come down here, this thing, if it gets a full reversal to the upside, it could go all the way up, break this level, and this one, and come up here. I expect this to be a major level here, but we will see how this plays out. Next one is Tesla. This is my play of the week. I closed one trade out on it, and today I jumped in another one. So let me break it down for you real quickly before I head out. So back here, we had this wedge formation. And as soon as it broke out and I said, this might be a long, I failed on the first trade. But then the second trade, I waited for this level up here at 358. You see how it corresponds with this here? This level here and this zone here. Now, I was telling people that, from a technical analysis standpoint, this is coiling up really hard. This is building so much pressure in this zone. And not only that, we've already come down a long way and we have a wedge formation and a breakout. It's screaming bullish. And I called out my entry on this and I said, if this breaks this yellow line here, this thing is gonna go up like crazy. And I bought calls on this for like $5. And then once it got up here to this resistance, it got up there so fast. I'm like, I didn't even have time to scale out. I said, I'm all out because I bought them at $5 and they went up to $31. That's like a 5x trade. Really good trade. Best trade of the week, probably of the month for me. Now we got up to this level here. And this coincides with this zone where we had previous support, resistance. So this is a very important zone here. So once we broke out of it, like we failed once, and then now we're getting a second push into it. And also we have this very clean trend line forming here. So I said, this is worth a second trade on this, but I got in very light because, we are coming up on a lot of resistance up here. But I bought a very short-term call on this to maximize my return on it. This will probably be a trade that I'll be in for like no more than a couple days. See how it plays out, and I will update you on it. Guys, just one last thing I want to tell you before I leave. This channel is less than a month old, and I really want to grow this community. I'm not trying to sell you any indicators or any courses. I'm just giving you daily technical analysis and educational material. If you feel like you've benefited, please give me a subscribe so you can get notifications for the next video. If you have any questions or suggestions, please drop them in the comments. I'm actually preparing a Q&A video for the weekend, so the more questions, the better. Anything related to swing trading. Peace out, guys. Talk to you soon.